Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick Theriot, and over the next 14 days, I'm going to show you the exact systems and processes we've used to generate over $20 million in online sales with Facebook ads. We're going to go over how to craft a winning offer, how to build high converting Facebook ads, and how to scale Facebook ads to hit your revenue goals within inside your business. If you're new to the channel, my name is Nick Theriot, and I've generated over $20 million online utilizing Facebook ads. We are a Facebook ads agency, and we only work with clients, so the $20 million does come from client revenue. And we work with clients across e-com, app installs, and lead generation. We're also a Facebook accredited agency through their Facebook partner program, and we have spent over $4.5 million just in the last 6 months. These systems and strategies I'm going to show you are the exact systems and strategies we used for an account spending $100 a day, all the way to an account spending $15,000 a day. So buckle up and get ready, because over the next 14 days, I'll be pulling everything back and showing you step by step what we do and how you can implement this into your business. And at any time you're curious of how we can help your business scale and hit revenue goals, click the link below to book a call with me and my team. We'll do a free strategy session together, and we'll go ahead and give you that strategy to where you can either take it and run with it, or you have the option to work with us if we think you're a good fit. That's it right there. So buckle up and let's get started. So, how to run Facebook ads in 2022, part 2, audience research. Audience research is super important because it allows you to find out more information about how the offers that are similar to yours are being promoted, plus what are the main personas that are buying. So again, last episode we focused on the offer, how to craft a really good offer. Now our objective is to see how are other people pushing their offers and how we can apply some of those concepts to ours to help give us that advantage over them. So the goals here, the goals of audience research is to simply identify the main persona that's purchasing, identify main motivators / desires / what's the why of each persona for purchasing. So what's really driving them to purchase that product? What's that vision, that desired outcome they're trying to achieve, and why is it important for them to achieve that desired outcome in that sense right there? This might be, hey, my goal is to create $1 million business a month, but why do you want that $1 million business so much? Is it because you want to buy a Lamborghini? Why do you want to buy that Lamborghini so much? Oh, because I want attention from girls. Whatever that might be. So next one is identify how they want to be talked to in that sense right there. What's some of the language they like? They don't want to be spoken to like they're a 4th grader, or they want to be spoken to like they're a college graduate. Identify the bridge they're crossing. We're going to get to that in a second. That's super important right there. Identify the visuals they're responding to. Then we're going to identify the characteristics about the people in the ads. I'm not sure why I put that ads twice. So that's just more about like ethnicity, sex, age, things like that. So research sources. So this is the very first thing you basically want to bump out of, take a piece of paper, toss it up, and you want to start researching. Research. You're going to spend a lot of time researching, okay? So when we're doing this research here, we're going to use a few different sources in that sense right there. So number 1, in our offers video, we identified 5 competitors, okay? So go back to that video if you haven't already. And if you have already watched that, you want to bust your list out of 5 competitors, okay? So again, let's just say, for example, we are a men's t-shirt brand, and we want to target Built Basics, which is another kind of premium t-shirts and pants brand for men in that sense right there. So we want to just first off go to our competitors' websites and just start looking around. Okay, cool. We can look at their product page, for example, and we can start identifying key things, which I'm going to show you in a second a little bit. So this is one place to do product research, as well as the reviews. The reviews are super, super important. Now, the next thing is their ads library. So if we go to Facebook ads library, one way to do this is just simply go to the website, click on the little Facebook icon right here. And when you click on that Facebook icon, you're simply go to their Facebook page, hit see all on their paid transparency, go to ad library. Sometimes you might have to click like about, or like, they might have like about right here, and then you can kind of scroll down. The paid transparency might be hidden in this side right here. So just a little quick tip right there. And again, go to ads library. And here you go. Here's another really good place to look at research. I like to scroll through all of the Facebook ads that are going on. In likelihood, the ads that's been running the longest are the ads that are converting the best. Because if an ad's works really well, people are not going to want to turn it off. So I really try to look more kind of prehistorically what's been running. You can see some of these ads right here, specifically like this one, February 22nd, 2021. There's all kinds of like ads right here. It's been running for a long time. That shows me that, hey, these are likely have been converting well. And I want to take those into account as well. As I want to also take into account some of the new stuff as well. So don't purely just look at the old stuff, look at some of the new stuff as well. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what you can be looking out for in a little bit. And then the next one is a super high level one that I don't see people do often at all. Go to your competitor's Instagram page. Obviously, look at the Instagram page itself. Look at the comments. Really look at the comments and see what are people saying about it, just on our organic posts and stuff like that. That's a super big one. And you can see a lot of stuff, their content. You can see what content kind of like resonates with people and all that good stuff. But then the next thing is look at the tagged. The tagged is super important because this is people that are actively using the product, taking photos with it and talking about it. And this is super important because what's basically you're going to get more of a, like if it's being posted on the main page, it's going to be a little bit more filtered. This is going to be giving you a little bit more of an unfiltered view of how people are talking about this brand, how people are using the brand right here. And you can actively kind of see that in that sense right there. It honestly, almost the content that's getting tagged with them is resonating closely to organic as well, which is really good. That basically just means they have a really good understanding of what their audience uses it, and they replicate that in the organic side too, which is really well too. So amazing place for more content. You basically just want to get a lot of really good, from reviews. I really like to look at the reviews. I really like to look at the ads library. I like to look at the Instagram feed plus the Instagram tags. It's going to be a lot of good spots right there to start pulling. And I'm going to show you guys exactly, just hang on a second. I'm going to show you all a little bit of exactly what you're trying to identify. I just want to show you guys first where you can go to do research ads. Next thing is Amazon. So for example, Built might not be on Amazon itself. If I search in like Built, it might be. Who knows? So like Built's not on here at all. That's totally okay. But what does Built sell? Built primarily sells these like essential teas and stuff like that. So am I going to look at brands similar, or am I going to look at brands that are like crazy, maybe crazy streetwear style? No, I'm going to look at brands similar, a similar product, just a different competitor in that sense right there. So you can see right here, we can start to look and, maybe we can start to try to identify who and what might be a similar product. Let's just say, for example, it's for this right here, kind of going after the more of the muscular vibe. So, it might not be completely perfect because Built's kind of going after, just your average Joe, a little bit of definitely on the fitter side, but it looks like they're going after a little bit more of a fitter, athletic and stuff like that. But again, you want to look at this page. You want to see, okay, cool. What are like the images right here? What are they saying in the images? Where are people based upon? Things like that. What are things they're highlighting? All that good stuff right there. And scroll down, and here is the reviews. The reviews, another super impactful place to learn a lot about your consumer. So Amazon. Next one is YouTube reviews of competitor or similar products. So just like Amazon, if you can't find your exact competitor's product on there, look for similar products, similar, audience personas, things like that. And same thing, you want to look at the comment section. So you want to watch the video, obviously. So like this is just like Built clothing review. You can see this right here, and you can see a lot of good stuff. And then the second best place is the comment section. The comment section is so good because it's unfiltered. And if it's unfiltered, people are giving you a more realistic kind of like, hey, this was my experience. This is what I loved about it. This is what I hated about it. This is like what I do, yada, yada, yada. This is why I bought it. All that good stuff right there. And that's all gonna give you crucial feedback of from an audience research perspective. And then lastly, if you're already running ads, so, we're an agency, we typically work with brands on 50 to 100K a month. They're actively spending money on Facebook ads in that sense right there. So we can immediately just jump in their account, start looking at comments and stuff on their prehistoric running ads and things like that. You can also already look at their social media posts, all their tag posts and things like that. So, if you're already in that position, go for it. But if you're a brand that's still on maybe, 100, $10,000 a month, you maybe don't have all those comments, maybe don't have all that stuff like that, then, actively you still want to use these. So we use all 4 of them in that perspective right there. We make sure we hit every angle so we can really try to develop a clear avatar of who we're going after. And just a quick pro tip, while you're doing this research, you want to start writing down headlines that jump out at you, plus appear to be working for the brand. So what that basically means is, from a copy perspective right here, you want to start writing down copy you see, pants that move with you. I like that. Okay, cool. That's a cool headline. I'm gonna write that down. Premium basics. Okay, interesting. You want to start writing down these headlines and just kind of like things, the way they talk about the product, because that's things that we can use in our ads as well. The best fitting shirt I've ever worn. There you go. So these are all cool things that I would start writing down just to kind of give me a sense of kind of the copy and things like that we need to go after. So step number 1 is we want to identify our personas. So we definitely don't want to be just like say, for example, if we're advertising for Built in that sense right there. We don't want to just say men USA 25 to 45, because that is far from the truth. If we just say men USA 25 to 45 who work in the city with an office job, cool, but it still doesn't really describe exactly, because then, are they fit? Are they unfit? Do they care about style? Things like that. So men USA 25 to 45 who work in the city with an office job. Minimalist fashion. That way they can focus on their craft. They're not wearing streetwear, crazy graphic design t-shirts. It's literally just essential basics in that sense right there. They're definitely more of a sophisticated buyer in that sense right there. They also have a little bit more money and capital and things like that. They're looking for things that last a long time, are versatile, can be worn all day, and are super comfortable. There's definitely some other stuff we could add to this if we were really looking at Built and took a little bit more of a, some time to do a little bit more research into it. But that's basically kind of like what I identify. So this is one particular persona right here. Another one is men USA 25-45 who play golf, because Built also going after people who play golf. Men USA 25-45 who's looking for the perfect workout shirt. So there's other personas within Built as well, and those would also be other personas. So you primarily have one persona for your brand that's going to generate 70% of your sales, and then you will have other personas that generate some sales for you, but it's just not as big of a demographic. As you start to scale and you're doing a couple $100,000 a month, that's when you start to branch out these other personas, just to give you more reach in that perspective right there. And then certain personas as well. I find this a lot, where it's you're going after one particular persona, and it's not nearly as scalable as another persona. So we actively did this with another brand, where we were going after wedding decor for a while. So people who are just looking for presents for weddings, and we were getting a very small scalable factor in that sense right there. We couldn't really hit any revenue milestones with it, because it's just too small of a persona. So we pivoted the products, and we start positioning them in front of women who are looking for a gift for their husband, for anniversary, surprise, things like that. And boom, it allows a bigger persona that we could actively scale more into. So sometimes your persona, obviously your offer depends on a lot of things, but also your persona too will also depend on a lot of things of how much scalable you have in that sense right there. If you're targeting women USA looking to surprise their husband with a gift, celebrate their anniversary, it's gonna be a lot bigger than, say, men who play golf twice a week, or who play tournaments for golf once a week, and who are looking to improve their handicap. That's gonna be a lot smaller than that woman crowd in that sense right there. So certain personas will allow you to scale more than others. So I'm just gonna let you know from that perspective. Now, next thing is the persona bridge. So your objective as a marketer is to basically take people in their current situation right now and take them to their desired situation through advertising. So through advertising, you're articulating to people what their current situation looks like, and that you understand it. And here's how they get to their desired situation with your product. Your product is the bridge that connects it. This is your offer. Your offer connects them from their current situation to their desired situation. And you articulate that offer through advertising and marketing and things like that. So this is the persona bridge, okay? And right now, people are stuck in their current situation and have no clue how to get to their desired situation. They don't know what product, what they need, things like that. So that's also a big thing too. They're in their current situation, and there's a multitude of different products and offers that could get them to their desired situation. So you also have to understand that. So here's our current situation. We use marketing to take them to their desired situation. Now, your goal is to clearly define their current situation. So for example, if we're using men, let's see, men work in a city, minimalist fashion, we can focus on our craft, yada, yada, yada. We're going to articulate to them what that current situation may look like. And we'll use audience research by YouTube reviews, Amazon, Instagram, website to be able to clearly articulate that current situation through, research, really figuring out what that current situation looks like. What are the problems they're currently facing right now? What are the thoughts inside of their head? What are they thinking about this problem? How much is it bugging them? All that good stuff right there. How are they talking about their problems as well is another really big one. How do they describe it? How do they talk to it about their friends? They're really depressed and things like that. When they talk about it, really drains their energy. That's all really interesting things right there that, really going to help, really things that you need to know. What are solutions have they tried and failed at? So this is another really big one. If you are in a market where there's already been other offers on the market and now you have a new and improved offer in that sense right there, you can showcase how your solution is better than all the other ones they've tried and failed in that sense right there. So, for me, for example, I'm looking for some new essential teas for my collection, my closet, and I've got a few from a few different online e-com brands, got them and did not like them at all. They did not fit well, didn't really live up to the claims, yada, yada. Now I'm hesitant to go purchase other ones. So now I as an advertiser, we have to really show me some clear, evidence that these essential teas, things like that, would solve my problems now that I'm a little bit more gun shy in that sense right there. Next one is, what is preventing them from getting to their desired situation? What is that roadblock? What is holding them back? Is it a mindset thing? Is it a belief thing? Is it because they got, they ordered some stuff a while ago, the similar, didn't get what they want? What is preventing them to get that desired situation? What is that obstacle that they are trying to, get over to essentially get to their desired situation? How are they feeling about this? Are they down, depressed, yada, yada, yada? Like, that's a big one right there. I don't feel confident because now that, I don't feel confident in the teas I have now because they're worn down, some deodorant stains. And I'm just like, I don't feel confident in those at all. If I don't feel confident, how's that affecting my mood when I go out? That's things like that you need to look at. How's it affecting our day-to-day life? Hey, I don't want to approach as many girls anymore. I'm a little bit more shy, insecure, things like that, because I got these massive deodorant stains on my shirts because they're old essential teas that need to be, need to be tossed away. So just again, articulating ideas to you guys of how, what that current situation looks like for people. You really need to understand your audience's current situation. And for all of you guys right now who are thinking, oh, well, I have a clothing brand that, none of this applies to me. Guys, this will apply to every single brand, regardless, e-com, lead generation, app installs, every single brand. This is how we can come into brands with confidence that we're going to get them results, because we take these steps and we can apply it to anyone, because it's marketing fundamentals that have been tested for over 100 years now. And it's everyone can use this. So regardless if you sell some high class brand and imaging and all that, and I'm going to show you exactly why in a second. Now, desired situation. So we know what their current situation looks like. What is the desired situation? What is that vision in their head? So think about it like this. Let's say, for example, you're getting on a plane and, your current situation, you're on a plane right now, but that whole time you're just in the plane, you're flying to Cancun or the beach, and all you can think about is that vision of you being on the beach in the water with a margarita in your hand. That's all you can think about. Well, we're going to articulate to people that desired situation that they're looking for and how our products can help them get there in that sense right there. So that's one thing you want to look like. What does that vision look like? And again, you can showcase this by, looking at all the reviews, comments. But what are other people articulating in their ad what that vision looks like? Cuts, Built does a really good job. They showcase, the lifestyle right here. Just a cool guy, chill, going to do a few different things for a city, showing off the products and all that, looking good. Just what does that vision look like? What would that vision look like if you had everything accomplished? What would your life look like? How will they feel when they get to this state as well? So, for example, now that I got my new essential teas in, I felt more confident now. I feel more upbeat. I feel happier. all that good stuff now that I'm wearing clothes that I feel confident in. What is the goal? So that can kind of be kind of like what's their vision too as well, just another way of saying it. Where do they want to go? Again, kind of more of like the vision in that sense right there. So you really want to articulate their desired situation. What are they trying to accomplish? What is that vision for them? What is that goal? Really understand what is it, where are they trying to go? What is that desired situation that they want to be in? Okay. So for you guys right now, your desired situation is to have a profitable, maybe increase your profits on your Facebook ads right now. Maybe you're not spending much per day and you're trying to spend more in that sense right there. Maybe your current situation right now is, you're kind of all over the place with your Facebook ads. You don't really know how to manage it properly. And your desired situation is consistent results on a day-to-day basis. You're increasing spend. You can scale with more confidence in that sense right there. You're creating ads that convert, and you finally just have it figured out. You finally understand how this works, and you're not chasing your tail on a day-to-day basis. That might be your desired situation right there. But the next one is, why do you want to get there? Why do you want to have better results with Facebook ads? Why do you want to be able to scale your brand? What is that main desire that is pushing you to achieve that right there? So this is another really big one right here. What is that desire that people want in that sense right there? So, what made you, or what motivated you to click on this video specifically right now? Like, if you think about that for a second, you're on YouTube, you saw that. Why? What was that main desire? Is it because you've consistently watched my videos and you notice that your results have improved drastically since then? So now you're like not wired, but in a sense wired to where, hey, I watch Nick's videos, I increase my revenue, my Shopify store. And I'm only saying that from a confidence perspective because I get a lot of messages from you guys that tell me these things. But if that's your desire to increase your profits, every time you see one of my videos, you click on it with that desire of, hey, I want to increase and grow my brand, then that's your main desire. Why? Why did you click on this video? Because I want to grow my brand. Cool. That's your desire. So you really need to understand the desire that gets people from current situation to desired situation. Okay. So it's very close to like desire and situation, but just think about it like, what's that why? Why did you click on this video? Because your current situation is, you're not scaling your Facebook ads. You're stuck with your Facebook ads. Your desired situation is to own a 100K a month business, and you clicked on this video because my videos help you, or because you want to grow your brand. So that was the main desire in that sense right there. Now, next one is market sophistication. Now, again, I know we're really going over some complex things, guys, but these are like all the things that you do not see behind Facebook ads. This is where 80 to 90% of the work is done, and this is how we can afford to spend 5-10 minutes a day in the Facebook ads manager in that sense right there. So the next thing is market sophistication. So while you're doing all your research, you're figuring out your personas, you're figuring out their current situation, their desired situation, and what's that motivation that's getting people to cross over. Now the next thing is you want to look at the market sophistication. And I've really struggled with this. I'm not going to lie, guys. This is one that I really struggled with. And then I've talked to quite a few people, and this is basically how I've been able to compartmentalize it in my brain and be able to understand this, okay? So basically, it's how they want to be spoken to, okay? Do they want messaging that sounds like a fourth grader wrote it, or do they want messaging that sounds like a college grad wrote it, okay? So this is really going to depend on like the vocabulary choice that you choose. And then it's also going to determine based off their level of knowledge of the industry, okay? So if we go back to offers, okay? If we go back to that offers video that I put together, that was part one, this is part two, so just one video away. We talked about 3 different offers. It was like a $20 pin, a $20 stainless steel ergonomic pin, and then a $20 stainless steel ergonomic pin with a year's worth of ink cartridges, okay? So if we were at the stage where we needed to promote a $20 pin with its ergonomic and ink cartridges, so like, it's a pretty competitive market and we're really trying to push as much value as we can. Likelihood is that our industry knows a lot about, or our audiences know a lot about our industry, okay? So so we could use some more complex terminology because there's so many people pushing this offer, then we know that they're a little bit more knowledgeable now in that sense because we've educated them through so many people pushing this offer, okay? So it's just the general knowledge that the person has. Now, let's look at it from this perspective, okay? The Facebook ads industry as a whole, okay? Facebook ads been a while for a long time now. And No one's really talking anymore about here's how you set up a Facebook ads account. Here's how you set up a business manager. Here's how you set up the pixel, things like that. Okay. Those videos aren't really that important anymore because there's so many people on Facebook ads now. There's so many videos that's already been produced on that. Now, if people are getting started, they're more need to understand how to build a high converting creative now. So the messaging is just different now in that sense right there. Okay. So the messaging, I can talk a little bit more about click-through rates. I can talk a little bit more about CPC, CPMs, and building high converting creatives, market messaging, things like that, because the industry as a whole has become more knowledgeable than it was 5 years ago. So because it's more knowledgeable, I can talk about these more complex things because the whole market's more sophisticated in that sense right there. So last thing I want to say is just kind of like another little example in this case right here. We're working with a car product, okay? And our first round of copy and messaging for this particular car product wasn't good because it would look like a fourth grader wrote it, okay? And because there's so many different offers around this particular car product, the market sophistication was actually a lot higher. So we actually had to use higher terminology to get, some good reaction out of it, because the original one, people didn't like it. Like, well, wait, is this person just entering the market? Like, this whole market's already 5 years old. No one's talking like that anymore. They're talking like they're the first people in the market. We need to be talking like, hey, I've already been pitching all these products. How's yours better? What's the level of knowledge? Where can we start the conversation? And the level of knowledge we need to display that we have of the product, in that sense right there, because the market as a whole is a little bit more sophisticated. So again, this is a very complex topic, and if you don't completely understand it right now, I completely understand and I completely feel for you in the sense right there, because this was one that took me a long time as a marketer to fully understand. But the biggest thing is, how do they want to be spoken to? What's the vocabulary choice I can use based off their knowledge? And does it need to sound like a fourth grader wrote it, or does it need to sound like a college grad wrote it? And it's also going to depend on how old that market is, like how long these type of offers have been on the market and how many times they've been pitched on that offer. Because if they've been pitched on the offer multiple times, they already have they're learning more and more every time. And that's going to allow you to use those bigger words in that sense right there. Now, clothing brands. I want to address you guys really quick because I see this all the time. My product does not solve a problem. You're wrong. Okay. So a lot of people say this a lot, especially with clothing, that side right there. I've even seen canvases brands that are selling like, custom painted things, metal signs brands, like all these things. They don't solve a problem. That's a very big false right there. So it's just the problem is not superficial. It's more deeper level sub communication is the problem you're solving. Okay. So for example, back in it was like 2019, and I think that sense right there. Just finished up, good diet, things like that. Started going out a little bit more. Was getting out of a relationship. This is my personal story as well. Getting out of a relationship, just finished up a really good diet. So I was kind of ripped with like six pack and all that good stuff right there. And I started to go out a little bit more, started to be a little bit more social. And I kind of looked at myself. I was like, man, I've really leveled up my life in that sense right there. But my clothing is still like, 2014 level. So like I needed some new clothing, and I really wanted this clothing because I wanted to mirror my social status at the time that I've leveled up. So I want to level up my clothing to level up with me and to be a part of that, kind of social status in that perspective right there. Also, I wanted to get more attention from the opposite sex, get some girls hitting on me, things like that, compliments about my style. It's like all of these things right here. These are things of why it pushes people to purchase in that sense right there. These are, and again, every particular brand to be different, but you really have to study, again, competitors, YouTube reviews, YouTube comments. How are people talking about the product? Tell them about their experiences and things like that. That's how you're going to pull these really sub communication level things down. And, that's how you're going to be able to, do really well in that sense right there. You're solving a, internal problem within themselves. It's a little bit different than your typical, like, hey, I don't have a lot of money. That's my problem. Or I don't have any money. That's my problem. You're targeting a different type of problem. I don't have any clothing that represents me. as well. So, maybe I just feel like I've changed as a character, my person, and I just don't have any clothing that represents me. So the way I solve that problem is by articulating to people the lifestyle they can live by purchasing my clothing. So I'm solving a problem. Again, it won't be straightforward. Hey, you don't have any clothing that represents you? Well, here's this. No, I'm going to showcase them the lifestyle they want to be a part of. So that's also a big thing with clothing, is about showcasing a lifestyle that people want to be a part of. That's how you're going to get the biggest impact for that perspective right there. I don't have any clothing that represents my beliefs. Back in 2000, I think it was 2020, during the presidential election for USA, both political parties, a lot of e-com brands started up in each side with different clothing brands and things like that represented those parties and like different statements and things like that, and just help people, gave people a opportunity to express their beliefs through clothing. So now, last one was just current problem in my life, kind of like just showcasing like a problem. I'm not going to go into this just because one, we're already running a while now, but just showing you different. Hey, my product doesn't solve a problem. That is false. You're just not thinking enough into it. So now that we already covered the personas, we looked at persona bridge, desired, current situation, desired situation, the main desire and motivator that's pushing people to purchase, the market sophistication, how people want to be talked to. We identified that every brand has this in that sense right there. Now we're going to start looking at a deeper level of the people in ads. So if we're looking at this Facebook ads library right here, we want to start making notes of who are the people in the ads. That's really important right there, because it's how we can bridge into that market. So for example, if you want to sell to fit men 25 to 30 years old, then you need to show off fit men 25, 30 years old, you're leveraging that product. So people in ads, what are in your 5 competitors, okay? What's the average age of these people? Again, just kind of ballpark. What's the sex, right? Male, female, other. What's their ethnicity? Okay. What's like, obviously go into that right there. Ethnicity. Are they a fit person? Are they a dad bod? Are they a yoga mom? Are they, like this high class, level athlete, high class level person, just your typical 18-year-old college kid with a beer gut, just describe their attributes in that sense right there. Do they have an accent? If I'm targeting Australia, I want to maybe use more Australian accent creators there just to help out with the, level of being able to articulate to people, what that like we're a part of Australia as well. Sometimes foreign brands like that, like going advertising in a different country without the right accent of the creators, like the creators have like an accent, people can detect that, and we will see negative performance sometimes on that. Where are the people at? So if we go back to Bill right here, where are these people at? Well, this guy's in a city. Okay, cool. We need to showcase a city. This girl out in a desert, or say kind of outside, rural maybe, just outside of a city right here, running and things like that. Another person in the city, a lot of people kind of in the city and like, city vibe, town vibes, things like that. So where are the people at? Where are they at? Are they in their house? They're in the kitchen, living room, yada, yada, yada. At the gym? Are they at a CrossFit gym? Are they at a bodybuilding gym? Are they at a yoga studio? Where are people at? Okay. And then just take pictures of them. Like literally take a screenshot, or just literally go look up on Google, middle-aged guy, 30 years old, that's kind of fit. And the reason why you want to do all that is because you want to start to like document what these people look like. So that way when you actually start creating the creatives, you have all of this information at your disposal and you're already familiar with it in that sense right there. Now, multiple personas. So like I said, about 70% of your revenue is going to come from probably one persona specifically. But you're going to be doing all of this for all of your personas. Okay. I would not recommend going over 3. If you have to really dig deep to like find more than 3, then obviously like you might be going too deep, but start off with 3 at most. And then over time you can expand to more. In our creative testing, like if we want to test a new persona, it's super easy for us. We'll just create a new round of creative that's targeting a different persona. We'll test it out. If it works, cool, it works. We don't really put any pressure on it, but this is what it'll look like. So for example, if we were selling a meal prep service and we identified that we have active moms, those people who like care about their health and things like that, they're probably going to yoga a few times a week. They're going to the gym a few times a week. They run. They're just active and, they care about their health in that sense right there. You also have moms who who are just busy with work. You know, they work a lot during the week. They don't have time to cook for themselves, and they don't want to go out and fast food, things like that. So two different personas in that perspective right there. But both that one offer can, you know, caterize for both of them. So what we want to do is we want to do a bridge for both of them. We want to do a desire for both of them. What's the main motivator? You know, what's the language? Okay, the market sophistication, and then people characteristics. What the people and things like that they're going to resonate with in that sense right there. So you want to make sure you do all that for each persona. Now, how do you actually do all this? Like, where would you store this information at? I highly recommend just a Google slideshow. You can literally just start off with like slide 1. This is you know, for example, slide 1, active moms with a picture of like what an active mom would look like. Okay, cool. Slide 2, you have your you have your bridge, current situation, desired situation. Current situation, you know, they're active, they care about their health, and they don't have time to cook during the week. And, you know, they're looking at other meal prep services local, but there's just none in the area. And yeah, desired situation is they want to look good, they want to feel good, they want to eat really good food, they don't want, you know, they want all these good things like that. The main desire for them is easy, accessible, you know, like that's the big thing for them. It has to be quick, has to be accessible, has to be easy, and it has to taste good. Like the biggest one might be just, it has to taste good. They tried a lot of them, and the main motivator is the taste. That's a big one. Market sophistication, you know, we can talk about macros, calorie counting, so we can talk about like fats and stuff like that. You know, they know a little bit about macro tracking and things like that, so we can actually articulate that to them. People characteristics, these are moms, they're 30 to 40 years old. You know, they're on the fitter side, more around like yoga or more around, you know, bodybuilding, like just whatever. Like what do they look like in that sense right there? So we'll do a slide for each one of these and describe these people. That allows us to get a really good image of who they are, how we can help them, what's their problems, what's their goals, what's their main motivators, how can they be talked to, and all that good stuff right there. And that's how you do audience research, guys. So I know this was a long one, but this one was juicy in that sense right there. There was a lot that went into this. So I really hope you guys are enjoying this series. Like I said, I'm putting heart and soul into this whole series right here, and you know, this is really valuable. And a sense of like, I'm really shedding for everything that we use on a daily basis. That's, you know, we personally generated over $20 million in revenue using these exact things right here. So, yeah, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in part 3. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and turn on subscribe notifications. So that way when I upload a new video, you'll never miss a single one. All these videos at the end of the day are designed to help you in your business grow and hit your revenue goals, make you more money at the end of the day. Hit that like button and drop a comment below of your favorite part of this video. Now, if you own a business and you're curious about how we can help your business scale and hit revenue goals at profitability, then click the link below to book a call with me and my team. We'll hop on a call together, learn a little bit more about your business. And if we think you'll be a good fit, we'll do a strategy session together. And on that strategy session, we'll give you, you know, actionable tips and stuff like that to help you grow your business. And you can take that and run with it, or you have the option to work with us if you choose, and if we think you're a good fit to work with us. Now, with that being said, thanks again so much for tuning in. You should have a video somewhere up along the screen right here that'll take you to another video I think you may enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you guys later. My name is Nick Theriot. Peace out.